Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope all is well. I'm hoping that the sound is not too loud in the background from Minecraft. I am just... I've actually been up a little earlier, but, figured I'd start the stream around 10. And I've been kind of busy this morning, so let's just kind of figure out where we're at. To deal with some of this stuff. So hopefully you're doing well this morning. Glad to see a new face in here. So good morning, Alien Sunset. And so you can get a sign of what I'm working on here. Is right here. This is my mob farm that is just off the coast of where I need to be. So yeah, it was, sorry, my apologies for starting so late. I got lots of XP coming in. Just had to put a... Oh, so you've seen it from Mastodon. Well, at least it shows that it's been working. It's a pretty basic farm. I think there's probably about 4 or 5 individuals that have done this particular farm. Of course, everybody does a little bit of tweaking to farms when they do them. This one actually works very well. I might actually add another level, but I don't think I need to be honest with you. I sat here for about 5-6 minutes, and that's the XP that came in. So, it's not the greatest, and the storage has a lot to be desired. So what I'm going to do, this is modded Minecraft. I don't know if you're familiar with the series at all. Alien Sunset, but, well, I shouldn't say modded. It's slightly modded. It's modded for aesthetics and for... It still keeps the vanilla feel, so nothing is OP. Actually, there were things added in here. For example, Minecraft dungeons, armor, and weapons were added into here. But the enchantments were taken off. Oop, I got a little bit too close there. And wasn't paying attention to the creeper that noticed me. So we have just got sidetracked there. So the administrator had taken all the enchantments off of the items and basically canceled the new enchantments until he was able to go through them one by one, and they're still not added yet. Stand decorations. You know what? We are currently working on an error. I'm going to show you what we're currently working with. Oops. So this is where I'm going to put the storage for it. But anyway, so let's go down and have a look. See down below. We can have a look at the island as from over top as we've made some progress. We're still working on the ship. I know I keep saying that week after week, but again, I'm out of wool. So yeah, and it's sales. So yeah, that's the mob farm, and it is right above the center point of where the rest of that is the limited iron farm. Yeah, actually, while we're here, before we get into the armor stands, again, this is named after my D&D ship campaign. It was the Crimson Heart. Is the Tainted Heart was from my D&D campaign that I run and stream on Twitch and YouTube as well. So yeah. The pier, I love the pier. The pier was one of my favorite additions. Never mind the podzol. I've been obviously growing some trees. We all need wood. But yeah, the texturizing of it and the little raised area for seating and the gardens and that little shack is meant to be like the harbor master's building, but it's actually my villager breeder right there. So anyway, so the captain's quarters are here. Again, nothing's been detailed yet because, again, haven't really finished the ship. But it will be again, laid out in such a way. And then down here we get the hull of the ship, and then over here it's actually closed in because this is my melon farm, what little one there is. Hey, Quirky Paint Bee, how are you? Oh, geez, it's a bot. Nice. Not interested, thank you. So take that as it may, and make it so that I do not have to ban you. I hope you can just see yourself out. So yeah, let's yes, I have a backpack. So again, there are certain things that have been added to this particular server, and again, this is a private SMP. It is not again, not accessible to the general public. However, VeeCraft has a vanilla server that is open to all, and that's something that if you give me 1 second here, actually, let me type this in. This is the VeeCraft oops, where did it not show it? Oh my word, it should have actually shown it out. There it is. So that Discord link that is popping up right now in the chat is for the VeeCraft Discord server. If you are a Minecraft player and you're interested in joining the community, it has a vastly growing vanilla community as well, and there are plugins and such on the vanilla server, but again, it is vanilla, and that is the whole point behind it. So if you join the Discord and become a member of the Discord, because you do need it, and then in your Minecraft, you go to play.purejosh, pure as in Pure Josh.com, and that will take you to the lobby. And from the lobby, you can log into the vanilla server. But in order to do that, you will have to be part of the Discord community for VeeCraft, because again, it will ask you to verify with a bot known as. Oh, I will repost it. You're on Twitch, I see. So let me. Oh, I noticed Twitch did not pick it up. Okay, so let us do that right now in our Twitch stream. So my apologies. There we go. Now it should. No. Okay, now we got a problem here. That's what's going on. My apologies for that one. Again, when I was editing the bots, I obviously forgot to do something. And put it in. So there is the Discord link. So anyway, so it will ask you to oops. We're gonna throw that away. Do that. Do that. And there we go. So it'll ask you to verify with Sniffer. Sniffer is a VeeCraft SMP or VeeCraft Server Network bot that is created for Discord for just that purpose of authenticating the individual users with the server and making sure they are registered, all the same usernames, obviously no hacked accounts, all the rest of that other fun, wonderful stuff. But yeah, you'll get access to there, and then you get access to the vanilla server. Now, what the point of the vanilla server is, obviously, is for people to build on a community. There is, as I said, a growing community in the vanilla server right now. I know I have established an area, but I really haven't been playing it much. I have been with the VeeCraft SMP for I think just a little over a year now. I have gone through, or yeah, almost two, it's been over a year because we had 2 seasons of New Beginnings Minecraft from the old VeeCraft server and from the old SMP, and then with this season of VeeCraft, it just became VeeCraft SMP rather than New Beginnings. and it is a reset world, restructured with mods, and before it was just a plug-in heavy use. So anyway, let us put my get this done. So this is generally what I do with my streams. It's all the stuff that I sometimes it's building, sometimes it's gathering resources. Most of the time it's gathering resources, but yeah, it is. I'm gonna grow get some pumpkins, get everything put aside. I know I don't really need them as of right now because I have plenty, but yeah, hidden farms. I like to hide away everything, if at all possible. All right, so let's get off the boat. You were mentioning armor stands. This is our smithy off the pier. This is what you're seeing now, and I'll show you the map. We use compatibility. We use CurseForge, the CurseForge app, not to be confused with Forge. CurseForge does not mean, I don't know how familiar you are with Minecraft, but CurseForge does not mean it's Forge mods or mod packs. So yeah, this is the smithy, the order table, and so on. We're going to actually sell some stuff out of here. It's just, again, we did decorate the inside to make room. There's 3 beds up there because, and I'm going to put a fireplace here and so on. But again, haven't got to that yet. And then if you go into the yard, we've got 3 smithies. Oh, this guy was killed, I believe, by a pillager. I have to replace him at some point. But yeah, these are the armor stands. I mean, you can put the arms, but there's a bug. We found this out the other day. Oops, I can. Yeah, that's got to come out of his hand. Don't want that. Now I'm taking everything. My goodness. It's the joys of armor stands. Sometimes they're a pain in the butt. There we go. Take my sword back. I don't want it. But yeah, I don't know. Normally you're supposed to... Yeah, you're supposed to be able to hit shift. There's a mod. It's rather than the data pack, it's a mod called Armor Statues. Honestly, with the interface when it was working, because it was working when I created these, I have used the data pack from Vanilla Tweaks. That's what we used last season with the plugin server. But this season, the admin wants to really try and get everything via mods into the mod pack and make it done that way, because again, it does server-wise, it does add a little bit of sometimes compatibility issues with that data packs and things like that. So it's hard to say, but it should work. Right now, the admin is looking into this particular bug and why it was working and now it's not. To me, it looks like maybe a permissions issue, because it's not opening the interface for me, but it's a graphical interface rather than it just being the book where you nudge and everything else. It's actually a graphical interface, so you can see the armor stand in the image when it comes up. So if you get if you look at if you look at CurseForge mods, you can actually see it on there. It's armor statues. And it again, if you're running it from your own world, no problems, because I use it in my single player using the same mods, and it works just fine. So it obviously something is glitching here, and I'm not sure what it might be. So anyway, yeah, Smithy is there. Yeah, well, exactly. All the Vanilla Tweaks data packs work well together. It's working with mods that are in the actual pack that we have, and there's a bit. I should say, when I say slightly modded, that doesn't mean there's not a lot of mods. There's a lot of mods, quite a few in here, but again, a lot of it is quality of life or adding to adventure, and making it more of a dynamic world that we're playing in. So there is quite a few new mobs and new plants and new blocks and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, the old server used to use a plugin and that through all the additions of something called Items Adder in a plugin, which all it did was retexture existing blocks and throw them in the game. And of course, that really caused issues half the time. Yeah, it is definitely Fabric. Again, through extensive study and research on the servers, Forge and Fabric were kind of weighed out. Forge narrowly has, for 119.2 anyway, which is what we're currently running on, Forge has slightly more mods available. However, that gap is slowly shrinking and becoming more and more balanced. But Fabric performance-wise far supersedes the anything Forge was able to offer. And with the other performance enhancing mods that are in here, like Ferrite Core, like this many mods for Forge mods, half of our players wouldn't be able to play just because of memory usage. But with Fabric and Ferrite Core installed, not a problem. And of course we use Sodium and Iris, and I have shaders. I've got all the other fun stuff. I mean, some of the retextures, yes, in general, much better performance, and they generally work well with each other as long as there's not a serious issue in inserts. So you can see there's those particular animals are from Mythic Mounts. Those are called Zarpataks over there. They are flying mounts that, you know, here what I have is my burb, which is what we call burbs. That's what we call them. And this is the burb retreat where I breed them up and sell them for other members of the server. Now they can find their own if they choose to, but that's up to them. We do have mini block merchants in the game, so you know I also sell packs of mini blocks because I do have all the merchants acquired. Yeah, but it's progress is being made. So you do, so you did see when you came in that we do have the, well, again, basic mob farm. If I stack up the levels, I could probably do as much as I possibly want. Down below, of course, I do have my conduit already built and installed, so I have no problem working under here. And this is the bottom of my iron farm. And this is the first of 4 pods. There will be 4 of these down here in this area. So there'll be one over there, and then one up there, and then the corner, the center of it will be right here. And that's where the scaffolding goes up to the generalized mob farm. So I can even stack this if I want to and go up. I mean, once I do the 4 pods, I can put another layer of 20 blocks, 20, well, I would probably do 22 blocks above here. Just another platform of, you know, again, iron golem spawning. Yeah. I have under here, because this was an area until the mob farm, I used to just sit here and AFK and do AFK fishing because I do have the auto fish. I mean, you can build an AFK fish farm, so it was agreed upon that the AFK recast mod, basically, which recast your thing when you catch a fish. I sit here and I'll AFK. Yes, manatees. Oh, we have wonderful animal. Actually, now that we're doing that, let's. Yeah, so my villager breeder, as I said, is in here. And we've got all kinds of fun and interesting things that, don't mind me just taking a moment here to get another coffee ready for myself. Yeah. Yeah, rising at 6 a.m. is not always the easiest thing. So coffee's important to me. Gotta caffeinate. So yeah, my villager breeder's here, and when I need them, I just come over here well, I make sure the rails go where I want it to, push the button, and they come up in a minecart and go to wherever I need them to go. For the longest time, they were being put down in the basement of my building, which there is a rail down here, but I blocked it off because when I accidentally started a raid during our Thursday night beginning of our Thursday night stream, it was kind of scary. Because we went through the proper way of killing the bannerman when you see the pillagers, and we had the other pillagers shoot him with their crossbow, and of course I ended up, even though we did it that way, I still ended up with bad omen, and when without thinking, I came without even checking, came back here to my base, and boom, a raid started. And that's again, our island is not really set up for raids. We have, some individuals on the server have a raid farm. But before I head over in that direction and sleep through the night, let's take this out of here. This building is the sugarcane farm. Hey, Pollo, how you doing, my friend? Oh my goodness, we're getting up there. So yeah, I have been building over in this area for a while, as you can tell. So yeah, that's we got enough sugarcane to do because up there in the house, we'll come over here, take a fly in and look. So this little rocky cliff face, and up here, this is Jen Ever's house. Jen Ever 2311. She is the resident of Edith Island who is responsible for our berry harvesting. Blueberries were added via Sweet Berry Foods, which is a mod created by the server administrator. Boy, I'm sorry to hear that. School just not going well. I'm taking it. So, and then she does glowberries as well, by the way. So I won't go into her house. That's none of my business to show right now. But yeah, she is right now. She is kind of off on some leave. She's not on as much. But yeah, we did finish the interior of her house and decorate it up a little bit. Alien Sunset, Tryhard Pollo is one of the VeeCraft SMP community members, also a moderator. So yes, he has a excellent base here, on the server, and it has. We did a tour of it, I think, a couple weeks ago now, on our Thursday night stream. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern is when we do our update stream for VeeCraft SMP, where this is me doing what I do, right? Just building and doing stuff around the island. But on Thursdays, I go around and I get updates from, there's, obviously my own, but the rest of the Edith Island crew, which is Jen Ever 2311, Dag 7, Lorelei Redfern, Cryosphere Gaming, Black Lantern Ace, and Malta Starlight. We all have bases here on Edith Island. Now, separate from that, though, some of those members, Ace, Dag 7, Lorelei Redfern, and Malta Starlight, have also formed a group called the Chaos Crew. They have a mega base they have just started, as well as the island. And then we, as I said, we got here, and then we have others on the server as well. We've got Lizzie and Bren and Caleb, and then we've got the administrator, Pure Josh, and Sailor V, his wife, who's also an admin. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting people that play on the VeeCraft SMP. And then if you go to the vanilla server, it's an entirely bigger ball game. There is all kinds of stuff going on over there. So, and then once you're on the vanilla server, once you prove yourself, basically, that you are committed to the community, that you're not a jerk or dick or whatever, that you are consistent in your playing and you're creative and so on, you may, especially, again, depending if you know somebody on here as well, you can, get referred to be considered for an invitation to the VeeCraft SMP servers. So, Coffee is a good thing. But yeah. But what I'm standing on right now is the island boneyard, as we call it. It is a skeleton farm from a spawner. That's why it's a tower. It brings them up, drops them down right there. It can be set to auto AFK, so it just burns them in a fire or whatever. But yeah, we were going to go check out animals because you seem to like the manatee. There are other animals floating around. There's the bear. Don't want to get too... Well, you can kind of go close to him. There's no babies around, so he's pretty friendly. If you shear him, you get bear fur, and that gives a big spot on his bum, but that aggroes him. But it allows you to make teddy bears, and teddy bears are an interesting item because it lets you sleep when there are mobs nearby. So kind of an interesting feature. Of course, there's the standard bees and whatnot. That is, this is just our little wheat outpost and bee farm privately. This is a collection of animals that Lorelei Redfern, Malta Starlight, and Dag7 have been gathering. Oh yeah, there's this little guy. River turtles. Yeah, most of the, like, I still do, like, even this, other than these blocks here, these are tough bricks and so on. Those were added, obviously, with Consistency Plus, but all the rest of this is all vanilla. In there is vanilla and so on, but yeah, it's all fine. But yeah, these are animals that they've been gathering up because we're going to be putting a zoo over in this particular area. So, yeah, these are otters. One of the turtles is in there, actually, in a crate. We got boars, and we got lions, giraffes. We have a pelican. We have some butterflies. There are some of the mauler from Friends and Foes. Again, he was one of the mobs. And then over here, a couple of elephants hanging out. Yeah, you can hear them. Sorry for the booze or the ads, but hey, kind of gotta try and get paid somehow, to be honest with you. My apologies. Okay, you're back. Yeah, a lot of people, I'll be honest with you, and it's I've got a lot of regulars and that will watch on YouTube, but they'll keep the Twitch open in the background to kind of help me out. So yeah, these guys are interesting. And when you see a baby one of these, they are adorable. So just to kind of give you a heads up on that. And there are other animals in here. Other than the manatees and the river turtles and the otters, there's nothing really more aquatic that was added other than some of the mounts, which we haven't found yet. There are some really cute mythic mounts. So yeah, I still love this. The smithy's cool. Sugar cane. I probably should take a couple of rows, maybe a sugar cane, because I can always use it in my base. Well, I normally don't go through everything, and again, a lot of these are come from, Pinterest. I see an image on Pinterest and I try and recreate it the best I can, adding my own spin to things. There are areas that I got to put credits in that in for where I seen majority. This here is our little, butcher shop for chicken. Little bell. But for some reason, the villager that's in here, the butcher, gets stuck right up here, is pathfinding this through there. So I don't know why he's decided to stay upstairs. So, but yeah, there's a little yard here where there's chickens and so on. So, again, it was just a decor thing. Just to add, and it is lit up over here. Most of the island is lit. I should say most, but not all. And we will head down This is Blueberry Way, the road, Blueberry Way, and it's called that. As you can see, there's blueberry bushes up there and all along the road. So yeah, there's Blueberry Way. Yeah, villagers are weird. That, well, I shouldn't say weird. This is Crowdster Gaming's plot, claim. It has been built and torn down twice over, and he is starting over. Yeah, zombie horses to go with the skeleton ones. Yeah, they're around. And this is Orchard Path. Again, that's all lit with hidden torches and so on under the moss. And again, decorated up to make it more of a wild area. We do have... Try to keep some decorations here. This is Lorelei Redfern's side of the property, where she lives. And as you can tell, she likes color. And I know when I was helping some of the designs on the color, it was really difficult to work with certain color palettes or adjust to it. But I'm learning to step out of my comfort zone. This side is Malta Starlight's side of things. This is Malta's house, and then we have Lorelei's house, and then we have their shared barn, which has these guys in it, the Essentias mounts, and then we have the courier birds, which are like chocobos, and then yeah, have those, and then normal horses over here, and zombie horses, and of course llamas, which this is what this building is over here, and this guy keeps falling out of his little bird perch, which is supposed to be up there. This is her llama. She loves llamas. Like, I mean, loves llamas. She's got her little rabbit spot and a little back dock area. And this one's not built. This is another mount. This is a giant Geckotoa. I'm going to build the roof for her here. I haven't done the roof yet. Down here is the wool farm, which I originally built to get wool, but yeah, it's kind of glitchy. Not sure exactly why, but well, yes, I should empty out some of this at some point. Let me figure out where my red is. Let me go turn off the actual wool farm, maybe, for now, and then I'll fix it later. I do a lot of the maintenance and repair works around Edith Island for all the rest of the crew. Lorelei is fairly new to Minecraft, and she's learning, as Malta Starlight is as well, learning different building styles and palettes and whatnot. Dag7 has a little bit more experience, but again, she's also really learning. This season, I'll be honest, Dag7 has really done a few things so far that I'm really impressed with. Lorelei as well. Coffee. I remember when Lorelei first joined on with the Deaconstable crew. Most of her buildings and houses were squares. They were just a box, you know, of lots of different colored blocks. So, yeah. I guess I should check to see how their farm's doing. There is a root cellar, which there is a skeleton spawner this way, which again, I haven't touched that yet, and I will get to it at some point, because I do need a skeleton farm for string. Well, sort of, I really don't. How we doing for... Not a lot of materials gathered up here at the moment. There's wheat seeds in there. Not sure what all of this stuff is supposed to be for, but I guess crops, yeah, I'll let them harvest it when they get back, when they get online. It was one of those things because every member of Edith Island has their own crops that they are responsible for providing. Lorelei does wheat and carrots. the two basics that are out there, which is why there's wheat and carrots down there, and Malta does tomatoes and onions. So those are down there. Now Malta does beef as well. That's why there is a cow entity crammer, and then there is a sheep entity crammer, which is part of these guys, the rainbow sheeps. So they can produce mutton for a meat source, but also rainbow wool, because they are not in the wool farm down below. They're special. And then there's a couple of cows up on the surface, and we got an LA floating over there. So, and of course yes, there's a rooster on the roof. Lorelei thought that was kind of cute, but I just shouldn't have landed that hard. I got disorientated. But yeah, their burb place for their mounts are up here on the roof. So yeah, there is lots and lots and lots to see. But we are coming down the road, and over here we have this over here is Dag7's property, where she does chilies and asparagus. So, and then she's got a chicken farm inside, which produces the chicken for us. So yeah, and then we have Terrain here, which is our guard for the road for their area. And then here, Orchard Path begins. Now, this area here is kind of the beginning, and it's going to continue up this way of Park Row. And I call this, by the way, Orchard Path because it leads to the orchard right there. And this is Park Row, and I call it Park Row because it's going to come up here, and it will bend and wind its way over there to a park area beneath Jen Evers' place and behind the skeleton spawner tower. And yeah, there's a cave, I think, under here where Dag's got some hidden zombie villager by the looks of it, and another zombie's hanging out. So there are mini blocks which we've added for decorations. You've got little apples, red, and there should be around, see, there's red and yellow apples and green apples and a couple of barrels of apples and so on. Like there's an little mini apple barrel there and so on. There's bigger ones as well, but I'll have those in a different area. This that you're seeing now is a Lightmatica mod. If you haven't played with that yet, it's wonderful. I designed this off stream in my private world. Really, these guys are paying the back. And this is our to-do board, so that this is going to be our information center / tavern for Edith Island. So when visitors come, there'll be a place for them to kind of meet and hang out. We all do that on the server. Yeah, but Lightmatic is awesome. I don't use it all the time, but when I want to do something that's a little bit more of a complex build in general, because this is going to have a support wall put in here to bring the landscape up to this appropriate level so that I can have this. And yeah, you're annoying me. What other mods? Some we might actually have, I don't know. But yeah, so this road here, Lightmatic and Mini HUD. I think I have Mini HUD. I'm pretty sure I have Mini HUD anyway. Because again, Mini HUD is a client side, not necessarily required on the server side. But let me see. Yes, I do have Mini HUD in here, which is good. And Tweakaroo, I don't think we have, because it was causing. I think there was something that was being some issues in the background was messing up. But there's a lot of other stuff in here that, regardless, are just fun things to have. So yeah, we had over here, as you noticed, there was the Park Row, which will be coming up this way, and then this here will begin the Oasis Road, which is kind of like the main road as it comes through. There's going to be another offset road here as well. There'll be a road, probably up that direction. That goes to Black Lantern Ace's place and the quarry, the Edith Island quarry. So this area though will be our Oasis Road, which is the main road, which will take you, really, guys, which will take you into the Oasis Market. Again, and then that's going to lead up back again to the quarry and to Ace's spot. Come on, I can't reach you. Anyway, so this is our marketplace. So this is where we all sell to one another. You know, Jen Ever's got her shop with her berries and so on. We sell for emeralds to each other in our economy on the island. Ace has got, oh, look at that. Ace has got his pork chops in that inn, which is good. I built a hoglin farm for Ace so that he can produce, and I built his potato and sweet potato farm underneath his property so that he can have crops to sell. And then, of course, this is what I carry. It's pretty much all the things that everybody else doesn't. So here we got Lorelei's. And Malta's. Malta needs to get her beef here and probably the leather. Yes, eat. Thanks for reminding me. But either way. Yeah, see, I see that now because I'm actually watching the Twitch chat. When I should be watching the restream chat so that I can see posts from individuals that might be over on YouTube watching. I mean, there are other individuals playing Minecraft right now, so people are watching other streams, but, you know, I do want to kind of make sure I keep up with what's going on the server. So, yeah, so we do have this area here, which leads you over to one of the waystones that brings you into the area, which is fantastic. This brings you to our Oasis Market. And then over here is one of the two bridges that go across to the shopping district for the server, which is over there. That is the shopping district. So this is basically where Edith Island ends, right here. This is another landmass that we're stopping on, and this will be a roundabout for a rail line that comes here. So that'll all be part of it. And then this is the bigger of the two bridges, which takes you across to the actual shopping district itself. And this last building you see is a rail center, basically. It'll tell you right here. This is the VeeCraft Season 2. It is Season 2 for VeeCraft, even though it's technically Season 3 for us. But the actual VeeCraft itself, SMP, is 2 seasons old, and this one is the newest recreation. So this is the duty-free shop, right? Duty-free. Haven't really set it up. There's only I'm the only one that has set up in here at this point in time. So I do sell amethyst and emerald arrows and magic arrows and standard arrows in full quivers. That's what I sell. And then I do sell mini block decorations, which you can kind of read through. You go to a blank page, and in our Discord, I do have a list of a picture of all the different mini heads that are currently available. And then you put your payment in there. So we have the dimensional diamond box, with like an ATM set up in the corner. And then upstairs is just a little lounge to kind of sit and hang out and have coffee and look out over the water and whatnot. You know, you can have a seat in the chair, you know, sit here with a couple people, do your thing, right? And then you can come over here. Everything is pretty much an emerald over here. Where you go in, it'll tell you it is 1 emerald for a normal juice. It is 1 emerald for a mug, and this basically just normal mugs. And then there's beer, which actually does something. The more you drink it, you do get more and more drunk. It's 2 emeralds per tankard because it does something. And some of this stuff I probably... There is another one that's not for normal juice. So all these things here that do something, these are supposed to be 2 emeralds. But anyway, It's just for Emerald. It's just, again, something to do. Most of our server is using Diamond economy, but I like to, for stuff that's really of no lesser value, not really do much with it. And then out here is where you can buy the, I got a Zarpatak hanging out, ready to be bought by somebody. So yeah, most of the stuff here now moving forward, I mean, this is roughly where my builds end. I mean, I did do this road decorations and replant the trees and so on all the way up to meet up with the main road. And this was a naturally spawned area right here, just these platforms and these, and that's why I expanded on the rail line. And we're going to have like a subway system that's going to go in and under and to a few different areas of the server. And then I did do this little mini cliff area here. This is main road. This was done by Sailor V. And this is going to be Lorelei Redfern's flower shop, and it's inside of a flower pot. I do have a different design for it that I've been working on. So I've been trying to come up with something that looks like a flower pot, and then we're going to have a big purple flower coming out the top. This was done by Spirit of Dorthu. I can't pronounce his last name. SD. This is his smithy, where he sells all the enchanted books for armor and weapons and such, but also sells some of the custom armor by order. So you can order stuff, and you know, books are only two diamonds each. But if you want to get some of the armor and start purchasing it, yeah, you just put in a custom order for that. And why am I hearing a pillager? Don't like that. Where is he? Is he in there? Oh, he is. Hello, buddy. Oh, yeah. I could sit there and probably make him break his crossbow. But I don't think SD wants that, so I'm not going to bother doing that. So, anyway, this is Caleb's Rocket Shop. Rocket and Elytra. What's this dude selling? He's a red merchant. You got to be careful for him, because if the mob shows up around here, he will start throwing bombs. I don't think I have any emeralds on me. Oh, I do. Come back here. I want to buy some firework stars. Thank you. I can only afford 2, so that's what we did. Yeah, he'll throw bombs and he will blow up items in your area. This big shop is Got Wood. You got the elite rockets here, and then you got wood, and it's just that. I love the absolute look of this store, this shop. It is obviously the server's wood, and this is Lizzie and Brent's shop. Place large orders. There's 2 levels, so you can buy some of the different kind of woods that are available on the server. Not all of them are available, but you know, there's a good number of them. And then of course, in behind all this, you can kind of see them now. So this is all, again, this is built by Caleb and Bran and Lizzie, and SD did that build over here. This one is a new one. I'm not sure who, like this, can't remember their name. It's the Shell Company, but again, another member of the server. This is the Shulker shop, because SD was selling Shulker boxes, but in here you can buy Shulkers. 8 shells for a diamond block. This over here was built by, I believe, Josh, or it might have been built by V, but either way, it is Josh's Prismarine shop. We got V's slime shop over here. You can build some slime, or get some slime if you need it. And then the concrete shop is over here. Not ready yet, not finished, but it's getting there. It's the concrete shop. Just kind of doing little tours of what was here. Jen Ever from Edith Island. This is her grocery store. And it's, again, just starting. And we'll get to the other build over there, which is kind of my most recent thing. So she built the grocery store, and it's going to have all kinds of items you can cook from Farmer's Delight, along with all the different produce items. So it's going to set up like a grocery store. We will go up here. So Try Hard Pollo, who, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he was the gentleman that was in here earlier. He wants to sell iron along with Wither Skulls and Skulk Catalyst. So I designed, and I mean, there's a dozen different statues of iron golems that you can build out there. You can find tutorials on the net. But I wanted something that was a little bit different, so it is the Corrupted Golem. And just to kind of, so you walk up the path, there's some iron blocks in there, some bits of iron with invisible item frames, making it look nice, and he is corrupted. So it's not vines and green grass and you know, poppies and so on. It is Skulk that is corrupting him. And then you can go up inside. And he has not put anything in here yet, but I know he is going to be putting in here those items for sale, where things get sold. I'm not sure. That takes you up inside the head if you want to go in there. But this is, you know, basically where his shop will be, is inside the Iron Golem. And to get a good look at it from a distance, we need to head to the tree. Let's go to the big tree over here. There we go. And there it is from a distance. So as you can see, it is the Corrupted Golem, because it has the Wither Skull on his shoulder, and the corruption is taking over, and yeah. So that's why it was the Corrupted Golem. So it's the three things that he's going to sell. And then the newest build that, again, because everybody come on here, they build their own. But in certain individuals, like Pollo, really don't have the time. I mean, I'm on here pretty much every day, and he's a redstoner and a person that puts a lot of attention into applied energetics, which is one of the mods on the server, which beyond my don't worry about it, Pollo. It's here. If you need help with anything, just reach out and say so. I will do whatever I can to help out, because I'm around, and when I'm not, I'm not. I mean, then it's about the same. So I will help out people on the server for building if that's what they want to do. And I know Smith, another one of the SMP members, is going to be selling. One, he's going to sell energy once he gets his nuclear reactor built for other people using applied energetics, but he's also going to be selling blaze rods. Yay! And there obviously must be a cave underneath the grocery store, because I'm seeing mob spawning in there. But yeah, there's going to be a road put in here to come in. And then there'll be access to this, which will be his blaze shop and his energy shop. So again, it's pretty basic. It's just a big empty blaze coming out of the ground. Right, and then if you come over here, and if he needs more room for his selling energy or storage or whatever, there is plenty of room underneath that's all lit up and stored. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed designing this and building this. It was just a lot of fun to do. You know, every time I seen something like this, they were freaking huge, like bigger, like twice as big as the grocery store. And it's something that really wasn't required for what was needed. So I kind of went into my own private world with the same mod pack and designed it the best I could. So we have all kind of mixed plants and so on that you can see in the nether, because there is better nether and better end here. But yeah, that's basically everything that we have going on the server. I mean, there's not... Need more coffee. Coffee's good. All right. Those Thunderstorm, let us head back to Edith Island. Some of the terrain in here Yeah, if you're anytime, you're more than welcome. You know, drop in on Discord, either on theirs or ours. Um, Deaconstable has its own Discord as well. I will post that. So if you want to be part of that particular community as well, feel free to join us, and you can follow along with this stream, along with anything else, other streams we got coming up. I do stream Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to be streaming World of Warcraft in one variation or another, whether it's actual World of Warcraft or whether it's Ascension or whatever. So that'll be things that we do. So yeah, not a problem. I'm glad to show. Well, it's nice to kind of show others what you're working on once in a while, and to have it be appreciated for what it is. I mean, it's a game. I know that, and a lot of people think it's silly. It's like Legos or whatever, but you know, it's fun, and it keeps me in my disability occupied. So thank you. Hopefully we see you again soon. But yeah, so what were we were kind of working on all kinds of things. So the iron farm, again, I mean, I can buy iron from Poyo, and I'm sure Poyo will give me a good rate, you know, because I think we kind of talked about that after building the iron golem. You know, we'll see you soon. So yeah, so we do have our own iron farm, which, as you can see, is that one pod, which is supposed to be 4 pods. So I know you're still on there, Poyo. So this is one pod right here on the surface of the water. It's right behind the ship. When I'm in this area, AFKing, I can get my sugar cane, I can get my melons, I get my iron, and if I'm up there AFKing, I can get my mob drops. So, but yeah, this is supposed to have a pod here and a pod over there, or 2 pods over there. So there'll be 4 of them, and then I can go 20 blocks, as you know, everybody knows. I can go 20 blocks up and do another platform where the iron golems will still drop down the same hole spots and go down below and do it. So there'll be 4 times this production. Not at that point yet. I don't really need that much iron at this point. But once that's all done, then I will go up and I AFK there. All right, sorry about the ads. Yeah, again, all I can suggest, I mean, I I really don't want people to steer away from Twitch because of the ads, simply because that's, again, how ad revenue is how Twitch streamers get paid. And I can tell you right now, yeah, um, it produces, trust me. But yeah, so the goal, the plan for this, what my original plan for this is, once all 4 pods are built, whether I go up another level or not, which if I do the 4 pods, I don't think I'll need to go up another level. But then I want to build the outside wall up a little higher, and then taper it in. So again, this will be a huge platform that comes out of the water, and it will be like sandstone and whatever else coming out of the water, so it looks like some kind of an ocean structure. And then I want it to be a tower which goes up and around and covers up the mob spawner entirely on the inside. So I don't want it to be like a modern building tower, which again we've had before on the servers. Pure Josh on his Sky City is a ultra modern take on builds. Now keep in mind, from up here, the iron golems still spawn. I don't think the sugarcane does, but the iron golems definitely spawn. I checked that. I haven't checked the melons yet either, but probably not. This is 128 blocks up from that particular corner. I'm going to put the storage level here because I'm going to be doing a sorting system of sorts. But this will take you in, and yes, I know it's kind of overkill boxing it in, but you know me, Pollo, with my fear of heights. Yeah, that's where we're at. So let's just sit here a moment. Right, I'm gonna go here. And as long as I don't crouch, I'm good. If I crouch, then obviously the creepers will see me. And if I'm down here, sometimes they can see me. So I don't want to be down too far. So let's go here. And then if I use Cheaty Cam, let's go up. And there you go. Level 1, level 2. And they just hang out here and eventually fall off and into the water stream. I should probably correct that. I don't know why. I probably should have waterlogged the stairs. Maybe would have made it a little bit better. Maybe get the should take the ladders out of there too. I think. I don't think I really need them, to be honest with you, but it works. Right, everything's being pushed in. Everybody's slowly coming down. The zombies are going to clog things up, as you mentioned, Pollo. But yeah. I think the light levels here are all good. Yeah, we're all good. Anyway, so it does work. And if I use my... There you go. Just for a few minutes. I mean, generally it's what I did it for, was just more XP, because the skelly spawner is pretty limited. It's just skeletons up and down. Yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta wait for a while. But here, this will fill up rather quickly if I AFK here. And if I do trigger the explosions of the creepers, I do end up with other discs and such. So right, so it's all there. But yeah, so we will be doing a sorter here because we're going to need it, I think. But again, I'm not really worried about all that kind of stuff right now. That'll be more along the lines when I do decide to build the tower, right? Ooh. So I did change the yard around a little bit in here. Made it a little bit bigger. I don't need a garden in the middle because I got enough gardens down below, which is where I'm actually headed to see. Hey, join, but my account got hacked, so I'm playing on a cracked Minecraft. Yeah. Well, JPax, best thing you can do in that case is send Mojang, Microsoft, whichever, a message explaining that your account was hacked. And see what they can do for you. I mean, unfortunately, there's no cracked accounts on this server, and on most servers that I've been on, especially when we're doing streaming and such. You know, cracked accounts are not part of our game plan for obvious reasons. I'm not saying, again, I don't accuse anybody of hacking or cracking or whatever. I mean, I think we've all had pirated software here and there on our PCs, but that's not the point. And I get what you're saying, because I've known other individuals that have had that happen as well, and because they don't want to spend the extra $30 to buy it again. You know, the nice thing about Minecraft, though, is if you do buy it again at this point, you get access to Pocket Edition, Bedrock, and Java, all for the same price, which is fantastic. Makes it easier for everybody to do. And if it's been cracked, you send them a message. I know a friend of mine that had that happen, had their account hacked. They basically did a complete reset of the account and changed the email and the password to it. So, and then when you do that, and I'll suggest this to everybody, always use two-factor authentication when and if you can, if you need to, especially if you're getting hacked a lot. So I mean, at least with, you know, some of the stuff that we've got going on, I mean, it's the best advice I could offer at this point. So it's just after 11 right now. I have been streaming for an hour. I'm going to go for another 45 minutes. Coffee's good. Yeah, let's go downstairs and see what's going on with my crops. We are at the bottom, so yeah, we do have the lava farm, and we've got Happy. Happy over here likes to, he's very handsy. Happy is, I'll tell you. And then our storage room has really been coming along and getting decorated and doing labels. Mini block merchants are all here. They're all there, every one of them. All 25 are there, so I have them all. It's just organizing them so I can sell the heads and so on, and finding a spot. What do I have? My sugar cane I can probably get rid of. Don't really want to do that at this point. I guess I'm just going to throw my sugar cane in here. I'm going to throw my fireworks in with the charge in here. I've slowly been collecting those. I've got some gunpowder in here now. I'll probably have a lot more of that coming forward. And then I've got this, the tree bark, which, did I actually put a spot for that? No, I did not. So the tree bark is actually over here. But yeah, so hopefully you get that worked out, JPEX, and then maybe you can get in here and, well, not on this particular shirt, but you can come on the vanilla side of things and give her a go. Have some fun with the community. Some of the individuals that are in the VeeCraft SMP also play on the vanilla server. Sometimes a lot, sometimes not. But there is a lot of people in that community and growing. I mean, when I say a lot, it's not like hundreds of people or anything like that, but it's going good. So we got some corn growing finally. It doesn't grow normally in normal soil when you plant it. That's the one thing, there is a glitch in it. It will only grow so high, but when it's in rich soil, farmland, it grows, and it grows well. So really like that aspect of things. So we will let it gather up what it needs to gather. I think that's pretty much all of it at this point. Let's take the corn out, and take the corn out, and the seeds, and we're good. So let's see what we got in here. Really not a lot of seed. It doesn't really produce a lot of seed, to be honest with you. It does produce a fair bit of corn, which is all right for one particular crop area. But in order to fill this up, you need 56 seeds. Now, the thing is, you technically don't need the seeds to replant every single time. But the way I've got this set up, I might move the cornfield. Oh, there we go. Right? I might move the cornfield over into an area like this. I will take my iron knife and let's get some. Get some rice harvested up. Don't think I really need any rice, but yeah, never know. All right, so I got my rice. I got some straw, which is good. Straw is always good. I could harvest these. I really don't need them right now. Let's see how we're doing with. Yeah, I don't need rice at all. So this is my mushroom. This is my mushroom and rich soil farm. So you create organic compost, which is this stuff here, organic compost, and you create that using straw, which should be in here, using straw, and using tree bark, which is in here. Now, tree bark you get from stripping lots. There's our mods. This is it's a mod pack put together specifically for this server, for VeeCraft SMP. So, and it changes on occasion. So there's quite a few mods. But again, still a very, very vanilla feel. Nothing on here is OP. The administrator, if they want to add a mod and something on here, is a little on the overpowered side. We wanted to add all these new blocks and new trees and all the new plants and all kinds of stuff like that, but we didn't want it to offset the balance of the game and make it so that it's really overpowered and no fun in the long run. So that is something that the administrator, Pierre Drosh, who is also a mod developer, he's got a couple of his own mods on here. Ancient vessels and sweet berry foods and frog legs and all the rest of that stuff. So those are his own mods that are available on CurseForge. But you can, he runs them all on his own servers. So he knows, roughly, and they're very well balanced, and that's the big thing that we use. There is a few things that he's put on here originally that we found that were overpowered. He has taken them out, or he's modifying them slowly, one at a time, and bringing them back and so on. So, but yeah, so you combine all those things with bone meal and normal dirt, and it produces organic compost, and then you put the organic compost in the ground with water on this side, podzol on this side, and mushrooms all around it as far as you possibly can, and it creates, over time, rich soil. So it's a very long process. I'm going to be selling this in the shopping district, along with possibly some more mushrooms as well, because mushrooms are a pain to harvest, as some of you know, but it grows really well on rich soil. So what do we got? So yeah, we really don't have much else at this point that we need to worry about. Harvest wise, I think we've done we got to go upstairs and check the harvest there, and we might as well do this while we're at it. Yeah, this stuff is awesome. Aloe vera produces, you can make juice out of it, which is, I sell it in the market. The buckets, I gotta go put over here in the buckets. Other foods go here, so we'll put the rice in with this stuff. Gather my emeralds in one spot. Yeah, there's a lot of fun mods in here. To be honest with you, we have a blast with some of the mods that they added. I really like the mounts. The mythic mounts is one of my favorites. That's why I have the Burb Retreat here, where I sell the Zarp attacks, the flying mounts. There are others. Some people like to collect them. Lorelei, Dag, and Malta love to collect the mounts. I think they have one of all of them except for the ocean mounts, and I think the nether mounts, unless they've gotten them now. The nightmare is one that I think has been really needs to be added and have fun with. Oh, I forgot. I have to go get some eggs from Dag 7's property, so we're going to do that right now. Let's go to the surface. I don't really want to go up the long way. Let's just take the simple way up, and let's head over to Dag's house. There we go. And grab some eggs. Because she usually has quite the abundance of eggs in her egg farm, which not really the most productive, but it works. All right, how are we doing for eggs down there? Let's take those out. Okay, and we're gonna do our crawl. So we go down here, How many eggs we got in there? Okay, we're good. We don't need to crawl anymore. There we go. We got some eggs. It's not supposed to actually produce eggs like that. It's supposed to produce eggs and pop them out and hatch them, but it doesn't quite work that way. And I should be. Go back to the basement. I'm going to the library this time. And my special guests, which are the chickens, right there. And the reason why I I will later on decorate this room, but for right now, until everything gets producing better, this is my source of feathers. So I get as many chickens as I can in here all at once. And then we take the chickens to slaughter, and I take the feathers, and I use the feathers to make amethyst and emerald arrows, and then I sell those in the market for 6 diamonds per quiver, which is 384 arrows. And those arrows, amethyst and emerald arrows, put either amethyst tips or emerald tips on the ends of arrows and make them a +1. Let's grab some seed, and here we go. So I think we should have enough for this round. We'll let them mature. Let's go check my other. Oh, it's Charles Winchester. He's my my personal butler. There's another butler in the other room. He's George. Either way, we're up here. Let's figure out my harvest. Why are these not growing again? Odd. But this is an area that I use for just odd farming, such as, well, chorus fruit. They will mature at some point. I might have to take them out and replant them. Who knows? But yeah, and then I grow on the different nylium sources, or mushroom grass and warp nylium, and then we've got whatever this is, nether moss. That's kind of cool. This over here is swampland grass, and then we have jungle grass. So this is all nether material, and it produces different things that grow on it. So that's all part of it. And then we have our inside AFK fishing farm, where I can sit here and fish with my otter friend, because you fish up clams. And then they open the clamshells, and occasionally they find a pearl. And once you get to 4 pearls, you can make charms, and you can make a charm and stuff that helps your I think it helps your armor, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we're not there yet. I've got 3 of them. That's it. Is it growing over there yet? No. I'm going to have to probably replant those and see what's going on. Maybe I've got them too close together. I'll have to figure that out down the road. But yeah, we are slowly making some additions and whatnots. I definitely need to make, I think I'm going to have to make a moss farm relatively soon, because I'm always needing moss carpet. And I don't have very many. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, So that pretty much sums up me for the stream. I've got a day ahead of me today. It is Monday, so I've got some stuff that I have to tend to. Tomorrow is a doctor's appointment day for me, so I may not be able to stream. I will once again attempt at around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. to do streaming for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, depending on how things go. And then Wednesday, I will not be available for a stream at all. Thursday, again, is our normal Thursday night stream for VeeCraft SMP. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then nothing again until Sunday. Well, no, Friday I will probably do another Relax Play part of this series. On Friday, and then Saturday I take off. Sunday I have a Dungeons and Dragons 5e homebrew campaign that I am running and streaming on Sunday night at 7 p.m. and that's called Bitter Cold. That's normally every Sunday. And then we were going to start it tonight. We were going to start a new stream with Ascension classless World of Warcraft. Was what we were going to start, but we may be changing that format up and doing something else World of Warcraft related. Not 100% certain yet. We're still talking about it. That will be myself with Lorelei Redfern and Crowdsphere Gaming. The three of us will be playing through and streaming that. We're looking at Mondays for that, so Monday nights. But for right now, we're still in development with that and getting things ready. But that's where everything plays out. But yeah, it's we're coming along in the base, and the island is looking mighty fine, to be honest with you. This is our island as you see it. We have this image saved in our Discord. We'll be sharing that with the community. Everything has a number on it where you'll be able to put in your identify what's what, like whose house is whose. Or what build is what, like that'll be identified as a tower, what the names of the roads are, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. So it'll all be there, and it will all be available for those that are on our Discord server, and that's the Deaconstable Discord. It is not on the VeeCraft SMP because again, this is only part of it. I mean, we do share inspiration and build ideas and so on, but we have to make sure that. We don't want to spam the VeeCraft channels. But yeah, and then that's a shopping district that is slowly being developed. And it's not a very big shopping district, but it doesn't need to be. It has everything that we currently need on it and still room for more to grow. And as people come on the server, if they want to start something new, you kind of talk it out with each other and you figure out, well, who's going to sell what? This island really hasn't been terraformed much. It's being terraformed as we kind of develop it, where Edith Island, I know when we first started it, I spent, well, keep in mind, Starterville, where all of us start, is here. This is where everybody that gets invited to the VeeCraft SMP server comes to. This over here, this is spawn. And there's a little island here where there's a bed and so on. And you can kind of go over and camp there. But there is a spawn point here. This is world spawn in this area. So when you spawn over, you head in this direction. There is something there that tells you to head in this direction. You find Starterville, which is a normal village island village that has been set up here where we have modified. There's a mini block market there that you can buy mini blocks for emeralds instead of the diamonds that I sell them for, but they don't have all of them, as you can see. There's not very many. There are more and more builds there. There's a community center and there's a mini trade hall. There's also a mining center and there's some gardens that are planted around. The community center has blocks available for everybody. And then everybody here, there are claims. This is V and Josh's claim here. In this area, in this area up here, and then down below, this is Cryosphere Gaming's place. Across from Cryosphere is Plum 6, and then behind we got Gizmo Girl, and then we've got Bren, And then we got Caleb, Brandon and Caleb and Lizzie over here. Back over here, we got Zip Attacks. We've got Malta and Aces. We've got Lorelai's and Dags. And then, of course, Poyo is over here. This is all Poyo's stuff over here. Then we have the administrator, Josh and V. This is their floating island city, which is being built here, which is phenomenal. The build up there, we did tour that a couple weeks back now on our Thursday night series. So yeah, we really haven't seen everybody's. Gizmo Girl has her fairy island over here. But again, there's bases scattered all throughout, some Mega Blade bases and such. I know that over here, this is the Chaos Crew Mega Base area. They've got this whole area claimed for all the 4 of them to do their builds in and their Mega Bases. So yeah, it is a world in development. But Edith Island is where the Deaconstable members went, and then of course Jen Ever has been with us since season 2. She kind of made some appearances at season 1 as well, but officially season 2 of New Beginnings, she was on there. And then now that we've switched over, she's right now taking a little bit of a hiatus, but again, she is part of the Edith Island community. So, and that's here that we're working on. So we are building this all up. There will be villager shops and villager houses and so on throughout. Nothing really out of the ordinary that people can just come and do stuff with. I mean, they're not going to be zombified or anything like that. They're just going to be standard villagers running a shop or a business to make the island come alive, and there'll be a little bit more to it. And there might be some railway systems. There might be all kinds of other things, some fountains and whatnot. We'll figure it out as we go. The next big build for me, I think, is going to be the community center, or not the community center, but the information center and the tavern, which is in this plot over here. So we will get that built at some point, probably starting on that this week. And we will go from there. So either way, folks, I am glad you were able to tune in and bear with us in the update. We really didn't do much of my resource gathering today. Sorry, something's not showing up for me. There we go. But we didn't really do a lot of that stuff, but we did a tour, I guess, because there's been a couple of new people watching, and we did kind of a tour of what's available, at least in my area anyway. People want to see what else is out there on the SMP. Thursday night episodes. Again, 7 p.m. And you can tune in and watch that. But we did an update for this area. We did a little tour of the island. Some minor harvesting and such, which is generally what I do when I stream. And I normally have some music in the background, but we've been pretty chatty today. So we will again see everybody on the next stream. Make sure, in the words of Bill and Ted. Love my new wings, thanks to Smith. Absolutely love these things. Yay. So anyway, guys, it has been fun. Be excellent to one another, and when you're out there playing the games that we all love, make sure above all else you are playing safe. Bye for now, guys, and we will see you next week.